Okay, when I was at Ozark Tech, one of the books we were, well, one of the books we read at that point was Kiterunner. And I want to share why I really sense that understanding I sense when I read that book, and what compelled me to even do reviews like this is because of books like this in that sense. And I think this can apply to men and women. Now, do I know what to a degree? Do I know the extent of the concerns that were addressed in that book? Um, what compels me to discuss it is wisdom and insight, what you would do if you could go into what the reader is explaining in the book. Again, Kite Runner being the book, what I glean from a lot of this is that there are the story about the dancing Afghani boys, and I think the topic should come up more often about, um, especially in the story in Afghanistan, child sexual abuse. And if you really dig at this topic, there's a really good CBS, I believe it's. I'm not sure exactly what the report was. It was a CBS report though about the Afghani boys and the dancing boys. So to me, when you discuss a topic like this, you go into it thinking like, okay, it, and first of all, it's that great of a book. So one of the good things about discussing a book, especially if you read chapter to chapter, and I think that one of the things we need to do as a group is if we're going to do any reviews, that we read the same material so that we can stay on the same page or basically keep the discussion going. So from this point, just kind of an idea of what we've been reading. The summer reading club, this is a kind of great way to connect with your team. It's a good way to connect in selecting the books that we read because of the obvious point. And now there's a book that I think I'm not sure if there's books out there right now because I haven't really been out doing what I usually do. Is I usually check out the book selections and things like that. So I think for some of you, if you're getting out there, we need to start, kind of mingling with our friends and family and hanging out and doing more. So even a book review, even poetry, anything that would help get us to talk about some things that I find are interesting. Because um, most of you who have ever had college education can apply some things. I know for a lot that haven't maybe read books or haven't spent time reading, it's a good time. It's August. It's still early August, so a lot of you might not be going to school yet or going back to school. So maybe just getting into a habit of reading, and it's a good way to calm someone down, especially if you've been stressed out or upset. It's a nice, absolutely enjoyable experience when you're in an environment to read and just spend time alone and just have some quiet and downtime. So that's kind of where I'm at with some things. So if you have any interruptions or any concerns, we're going to discuss some of those things when we review some other books. But I hope if you glean anything from reading a book like this, you'll get what compels me to share some of the topics we've been sharing. Thank you.